call him back in just a hot second.
So much to talk about. You had some tough experiences, Nivea.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl Forever Myra J. I'm back with another video. This video is about Nivea. Now, I know you all saw the interview that she did with Kandi. If not, don't worry, I have you covered. Kandi has a new show on her YouTube channel called On That Note. She's basically bringing musical artists from back in the early 1990s and the 2000s to discuss their journey into the music industry. So I thought that Kandi did an excellent job in this interview, as she always does. And Nivea basically got to open up even more in depth about how she started her career at 14 years old and how her mom was battling an addiction, how she left home at 16 to live with a manager whom she started a relationship with. Now, this manager used her as a way to get in the industry, and this manager was older. He did get in an intimate relationship with Nivea, as well as get her first record deal with Jive Records. Now, she did state that although he was shysty, he did manage to get her $1 million record deal and a publishing deal. So that was very, very good on her part. Her first song she was featured on was the single Danger with Mystical. Now, while Nivea was blowing up with Danger, she was having some label issues and poor management. So she ended up meeting Lil Wayne, who was actually blowing up at that time as well. He actually persuaded her to leave everything behind and he would take care of her. And they got engaged. But what Nivea did not know was Wayne was actually in a relationship with Toya and ended up marrying Toya. So here's Nivea all in Louisiana by herself. She didn't know anyone but Wayne. And he ended up getting married to Toya. So now Nivea realizes that Wayne is not her knight in shining armor. She's trying to get back to her music. And in the process of getting back to Nivea and getting back to her music, she ends up meeting the Dream. And they decide to work together, and that relationship blossomed into a relationship. They ended up getting married in 2004. The following year, they had their daughter Navy, and then twin boys in 2006, London and Christian. By 2007, Dream and Nivea were divorced. They had 3 children over the course of 3 years. The record labels just weren't looking at Nivea anymore and checking for her or Dream. They actually were almost blackballed from the industry because no one was really checking for anyone at the time married and having babies. And she did discuss that in the interview with Kandi. They both felt like, nowadays to be pregnant in the industry, it's really glorified and it almost helps your career. Back in the 90s, it was like, no, you can't be married. You can't say you're in a relationship. And please don't get pregnant. Like if you got pregnant, either the labels tried to hide it or you probably got dropped from the label. So you know how it is when you break up, your ex be trying to get back. So, she answered that call. She ran back to Wayne and they tried to work things out, only to find that this time her and Lauren London actually end up getting pregnant by Wayne at the same time. I don't know what kind of hold Lil Wayne had on Nivea, but sis just could not stay away. But she did say that during her pregnancy, her and Lauren London actually bonded, and her mom actually ended up passing away while she was pregnant. So now Nivea steps away from the music industry again to be a mom, take care of her kids and take care of her family. And she becomes very frustrated. This is very overwhelming to her. It's different. In an interview many years ago, state that she did not have any help from Wayne and Dream. Their careers were actually blowing up. They couldn't, at the drop of a dime, come pick the kids up and take them to school or take them to the hospital if they were sick. Those guys' careers were booming. They were always on the road. They were always away, trying to juggle everything on her own with motherhood, not having the career that she once had. Her grandmother passed, and that's when Nivea addiction began.
To that level, it was so bad. I'm so grateful to God. I never thought I would. I thank you, Lord. I thank you, Lord. I'm so proud of myself, girl. I'm proud of you.
This part of the interview definitely had me choked up. I was so glad that Kandi had embraced her. She was very, very transparent in that moment. It was very bad. It got to a point where she thought she would lose her children. And that's what actually made her stop. And I'm so glad that Kandi is actually taking the time to interview these artists and really, really showcase their stories. I hope that Nivea gets to do a tell-all book, end up having a movie, maybe something on Netflix or Lifetime. You never know. I hope Kandi can actually pen a song for Nivea, you know, because unlike some people, you know, that are late to parties and stuff, they don't appreciate, okay, they don't appreciate when Kandi writes a song for them. But I think that Nivea would do a great job. I do like the fact that everybody is showing her so much love now, so much love that she deserves to see. And I did like in the interview when Kandi looked at her and she said, "We love you, Nivea." Glad that Lauren London and Toya and Nivea all have a good relationship now, regardless of what happened back in the day. You can catch Nivea on BET Presents The Encore every Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Comment how you feel about this story and comment your favorite Nivea song. Like this video and definitely subscribe to my channel, baby. See you guys in the next one. Bye.